Okay, hi there everyone. So I always forget to say this, so I'm going to say at the beginning, please like and subscribe if you like this video. Um, and this video is going to be a little bit different than most other videos in that I'm just going to go, and it's going to be a long video, and I'm going to make lots of mistakes, but I'm just going to keep at it, hopefully, is the plan. And what I'm going to do is make a little interactive web app that helps people decide whether they should learn Svelte or not. And I'm having trouble coming up with some questions, so maybe you can help me by leaving some comments. These are the ones I have right now. Um, in my mind, I want to recommend to everyone to learn Svelte. I mean, anyone who's in the web development space. But I think there are some reasons why you might not want to choose Svelte right away. So these questions do seem kind of biased against learning Svelte, but the idea is that these just might be some red flags. And of course, there's always exceptions. So the first one is, are you a beginner looking to get into web development? In that case, I would not recommend someone to learn Svelte just because, there's other things that are more popular that are being used more. Um, and it might not be a great idea for someone who's new to put all their what's it called? Put all their marbles in one basket, um, into this felt basket. So in that case, I would learn like JavaScript and everything. Okay, second one is, are you a front-end developer looking to choose your first framework to learn? Again, I might choose, I might recommend something like Vue or React, which are more established and just have a lot more backing behind them. If it's your first framework, of course you can learn Svelte. It's just that you won't find as many fellow Svelte users or people that even know what Svelte is. So, just as the first one, I would probably go with the more established one. Okay, third one, are you new to web development and looking for a job in web development soon? So, that I think I can say pretty confidently that you probably should not learn Svelte at that point and should go with probably React, maybe Vue, um, just because there's no Svelte jobs. So, at this point, okay, number four. This one's a bit for Svelte. So Svelte has some awesome advantages. You can develop faster, a smaller code base, and a smaller bundle size. I think, I think that's usually true, but obviously, it might not be. But anyway, but it's still not a very popular framework. Does that bother you? So if you're someone who wants to be learning a popular framework that's well established, and you don't want to be working on this smaller framework that is still in its early stages, then I would also suggest not to. Okay, number five, I have, do you have one framework that you love and don't want to learn any others? Okay, then you're just kind of saying yourself that you probably shouldn't learn Svelte because, if you love developing in React or Vue or Angular, then why stop? I think it's good to try other things out. Maybe you would like other things, but, if you have a tool that works, then you don't necessarily need to change. Okay, number six, do you like learning new things even if they aren't directly applicable at your job? So again, yeah, since Svelte isn't really an industry, and there's some, maybe I should look into this more, but there are questions about how well Svelte can scale. So if you're in a big production app or you have a new project coming up that you're going to be working with tons of developers on, then Svelte probably isn't a very good idea, and it's probably not going to be something you're using at work. So yeah, it's at this point it feels more for those of us who if you try it, I think it's great. If you try learning Svelte, I think you'll fall in love with it. But um, yeah, it's not something for those of you who just want to get a job and develop your career that way. Though, it is, it's cool if you have Svelte on your resume or something. If you can talk to people about that, makes you stand out. There's that argument too. But anyway, these are my 6 questions that I have that I'm going to make for the web app. Let me know if you disagree with any of them, or any feedback is welcome. Okay, thanks. Hi there. So I'm going to get into making the web app for these questions. These questions might change in the future, but I'm just going to start making the web app. So it's going to take a while. First of all, I'm going to be using Smelte. So I'm going to come here, go to the GitHub, so that I can start my Sapper project. Okay, so it's going to be like this. Let me just copy and paste that into my terminal. Oh, there you are. Change directory into documents. Let me make this a bit bigger. Oops, no, I don't want. Okay, so I want a different name. My Svelte project. I'm going to call it Should You Learn Svelte? And then change directory into there. Yeah. Okay, so then I got to npm install. And that'll take a bit. In the meantime, I can start thinking about how I'm going to set this web app up. So I was thinking I'll have like a bar at the top. Maybe it'll say, should you learn Svelte here? And then down here it'll say like, yes, unless, dot, dot, dot. I don't know, there'll be some text here. And then there'll probably be a button that'll say start. Hopefully this isn't distracting. Wait. Yeah. So let's pretend like that's not there and I'm kind of playing it out. So there'll be a start button and then there'll be a question. There'll just be like, what could I use for that? A card maybe? Maybe not a card. Snack bars. Those are fun, but I don't think so. Chips? No. Sliders. Selects. Yeah, man, I want like a cardy type thing. I mean, this could work. Card.card, interesting, huh? Yeah, this could work. Maybe I'll put a card here. And then they'll have two buttons for the answer option. And then when they click it, I'll have a dialog pop up after they choose their answer just to give some context for what their answer means. And then they'll be able to keep going with the quiz or exit out if they've just decided not to learn Svelte or something. Okay, wait, sorry. Okay, so it all installed. What do I do next? npm run dev. Okay, I also want to open it up. Code dot. Okay. Oh boy, what are all these guys doing here? Hopefully this was the right one. Let me try again. Code dot. Okay, hopefully this is the right one. Should be. I don't know why it wouldn't be. There we go. Okay. Okay, so got my index.svelte. My about. I don't need an about. I'm just gonna delete you. What else do I have? My components? Are there components anywhere? No. Okay, I'll just be index. Okay, yeah. I mean, the components are in Smelt, so I don't need any component folder, I guess. Okay, so it's running. Let me bring it up here. Localhost 5000. Or is it 3000? Since it's Sapper. Okay, yes. This was happening before. And I don't know why. Actually, why was it doing this? Can't find prism.css, but I don't think. Oh, I remember. Yeah, so you got to run npm run build first. Maybe I don't. Maybe I should have made that clear in the Smelt video I made. I'm not sure if I did. So you're gonna build it, and then after you npm run dev, I think that should work, because it'll build. I don't know, but it'll put your files where they need to go. Build, build, build. Okay, so I can start kind of thinking here. So I got my container. I'll take this all out. Great success. No, thank you. And slider, checkbox, no, I don't need those. Image, not sure I need that. Okay, and then I'm going to need some kind of like heading or something. Um, typography. Okay, so dot h1, h1 dot. So if I just put in h1, or do I need to do like an h1 dot h1? See. Okay, still building. Yeah, this is in part that I'm recording also, so it's going to be a little slower. Yeah, I think Smelt isn't in the Smelt video. I said that it's kind of slow, but I feel bad about that because my computer is slow, and while I record, it slows everything down. So I don't think it's Smelt's fault. But yeah, for me, it'll be slow since I'm recording. Okay, so let's see. What do I want? I'm going to have some kind of header that says, should you learn Svelte? Should you learn Svelte? And just to make the website look like a website, I'm going to put this top bar thing up there. I think that's what it's called. So I'm just going to have this handy. Come down to Smelt. Smelt, yes. Dist, source. Okay, don't need dist. Source, components, app bar. Is it app bar? I think it might be. So I want a app bar. That'll go at the top. Right here. I am the top. Okay, so that's done. Now I can do npm run dev. Or I guess you can do that too, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, so I have my app bar at the top. Should you learn Svelte? I'll say yes. And then I'll have maybe a smaller header. Take the quiz to find out. And then there'll be a button. Yeah. Start quiz. Okay. I think it's still not quite done running. Just the... Okay, there we go. Oh no. Oh boy. It's still not there. So that's a bummer. If I empty cache, or maybe I should do what it told me to do. Node sapper build to run the app. Oh no, it's okay. Okay, cool. So these look the same. H1 is just going to be big like that. And then, wait, I put take the quiz to find out. Where is that? And, okay, I think I had this issue before. Okay, I'm going to copy this, exit out of that, and then now that it's built and everything, I'm going to reopen it. So I don't know, like when you run build, I have no idea really. Okay, so it's still there. But if I, so why is it not? Is it hiding or something? So if I look from my terminal in source, in routes, okay, cat index, yeah, so it's all there, so that's fine. It just hasn't updated yet. Okay, it's not in there. Okay, so I'm just gonna restart the server, get it all fresh, make it, yeah. Okay, so there'll be a button, start quiz, and then here I'll have maybe a variable show quiz equals false, and this will be the quiz container. oops, not that. Quiz container, which will be in an if block, if show quiz. Maybe we can add a cool little animation on here too, but for now I won't. So here's a quiz container. Each question will have, it'll have 2 buttons, and it'll have a like a prompt with the question. So we'll probably want some kind of questions data structure that will contain all of the questions. But maybe we'll make it a list. So it'll be like the first question, second question, third question. So a question will have the actual question to it. So what was the first one I was going to do? Yeah, this one. So it'll have a question to it, and it'll have answer 1, yep, and answer 2, nope. And let's see, you could also, I mean, we could break this down. Answer 1 could actually be like its own, each answer could be like an answer dictionary, because after you click yep, you'll also want to know like what the response is and what that answer does. Like, is it going to contribute, if they choose this answer, does it contribute to them, like they should learn Svelte, or does it not contribute to that? And also, like, the dialog pop-up will show up, and that will kind of give them some context for what I was thinking for their answer. So answer 1, I'll put text here. Maybe I'll turn this into text also, because this is the question and the text of the question. So the text of the answer, so that would be yep. Okay, so should learn. Or here, I'll put score. So the higher the score, the more likely it is that you should learn it. So this would contribute to, so if they say yes, that they're a beginner, then that's going to be -1. If they're a beginner, I don't think they should be learning Svelte at the beginning. And so, if they answer yep, so the modal pop-up is going to say, if you are a beginner, I would suggest mastering HTML, CSS, and JavaScript before moving on to a framework. So okay. And then here the text will be nope. Feel free to skip past me just typing this all out. And score will be 1. Although I might change that to 0, because if you're not a beginner, doesn't mean you should necessarily learn Svelte. Although I am going on under the assumption that yes, you should learn Svelte unless there's a reason, like, yeah, unless there's a reason you shouldn't. One of my specific reasons that you shouldn't. Okay, so here I'm not going to say anything for now. I'll say great. Okay, so that'll be a question. Now I can turn this into an actual, I can just have an index. So we'll have some kind of questions index. Questions index equals 0, and that will just increment, and that will look in here and just return this and pass it to a component. So I'm going to have, what will I call it? I'm going to, yeah, I'll just call it a question component. So where can I put you? So it's not in routes. I guess I will need to make a components folder, and inside it I'm going to put a question.svelte right there. So then we can just pass this data to the question and it'll display on the screen. Okay, so let me import it up here. import question from, so now I'm doing up slash components slash question dot svelte. Okay, there we go. And so question, I'm just going to pass it, I'm just going to say data, and it'll be questions at whatever the question index is. So at first it'll be 0, and that'll be this. That'll be the data, questions index. Okay, so the question will export let data. The default will be just empty object. Okay, so let's say we have, so here I'm going to have to import, so I'm not sure about, I mean, maybe I don't need a card. Maybe I just need a button. So just to keep it simple, rather than, yeah, I'm just going to import the button. Okay, and then, so it's going to be data. So actually, instead of calling it data, I'm going to call it question, because that's more specific to what the data is. So question equals questions at questions index. That is the question. Okay, so question has, so when you get this question, you're going to have a text, you're going to have answer 1, and you're going to have an answer 2. So question, so I'm going to do let destructuring here, text answer 1, answer 2. Text answer 1, answer 2 equals question. So this will take it out of question and put them in here. Okay, so I'll just have an h2 with the text of the question, and then we'll have 2 buttons here with answer 1 dot text and answer 2 dot text, so we can see it on the screen. Okay, and did I add the logic for this? No. It always sounded weird to me when they kind of like refer to this as the logic. I mean, so that's why I say it now. But when I was starting out, this just, I mean, it's logic, yeah, but I don't know. It never really felt like calling this logic. Anyway, I'm adding the logic, the JavaScript. So on click, show quiz equals true. Okay, and then this should probably disappear. So maybe I'll put this together. So the if statement will be up here. If not show quiz, then this. Else, yeah, else we're gonna show the quiz. Is that not? Wait, I have to. This guy. Yeah. Okay, please update. Let me see. Oh, not this. Okay. Start quiz. Okay, I'm just doing something wrong. That's fine. fn is not a function. Is it fine? Maybe what is that? fn. Okay, right. So this needs to. Yeah, this has to be a function. You can't just put like. Yeah. Do I need to add these? I'm not sure. Okay, let's try that. Okay, start quiz. There we go. Okay, so yep and nope don't do anything, but, and I'll make this look prettier. I do not like how much of a line height this has. So here in style, I'll say that an H1 should be, actually, and I I just kind of feel like putting the style down here, just so it's kind of out of sight, because these are kind of more tightly coupled, I would say, if that makes sense. Okay, H1, I don't think I need this class here. H1 line height is 1.2 rem, we'll say. Maybe I should test it out in the browser first. Or maybe it, oh boy. Okay, global, I've got font size, letter spacing. It's just very big too. So it's in this global.css, which I don't know where that is. There you are. In my global.css, oh, maybe I shouldn't mess with this. Okay, well, I just need to have a more specific. Well, is my. Looks like my style isn't even there. Aha! Okay. Line height 1.2 rem. I guess that isn't how you do it. Oh, okay, so rem and m. So maybe. Okay, so like maybe this here has a line height set, a tiny line height. Okay. So the rem, so, or no, rem should be relative to the root. Okay, so the line height 5 rem. So maybe I'll do 1 m. How about that? Okay. Sure. Still. What's that, yeah, I don't know, it's kind of obnoxious. Should you learn svelte? Yes. But, okay. I'm just gonna make you paragraphs for now. So you're not so it's not so in your face. Okay, cool. Start quiz. Okay, that's still also, yeah, these headers. I'm just gonna go with paragraphs for now. Just so they're not so obnoxious. Okay, cool. Wow, beautiful. Okay, are you a beginner? Okay, one sec. I'm gonna be right back. I'm going to, if I were a better, just gonna make some coffee. If I were better at editing, I wouldn't have to do this in the middle of the video. Okay, I just turn the hot water on, that's all. Okay, are you a beginner looking to get into web development? Yes, no. Okay, so when I click on these, I want a dialog to pop up. And then after they read the dialog, I want, okay, first of all, I want a score. So let score equal 0. And I'm going to have a function. Here, I'm going to put score logic down here. Okay, so let score equal 0. Function. What should I call it? Just change score by x. Okay, and then score plus equals x. Cool. So I'm going to pass that down to the question. And you could make like a store for this if you wanted, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to pass down, since it's not a very, it's just one component deep, I think it's fine. So change score by. Okay, and this will accept that as a function. Export let change, I guess it's, yeah, change score by. Okay, that is required. So button on click equals change score, well, no. So change score by whatever answer one dot score. Okay, so change score by answer one dot score. Let me bring this down. Cool. So one thing you could do, like a good idea might be to have, like, rather than answer one, answer two, you could have answers, and that way you can loop through the answers. I guess I could still do that here. Yeah, maybe I'll do that actually. That could save me some time. So let answers equal answer one, answer two. So now I got this array with all the answers in it, and I can just go through with this wretched each syntax, which I just don't think is intuitive. Each answers as answer. Yeah, okay. So right here, it's going to be the answer. So I can just call this answer. So now I've got 2. So it's going to change the score, and I want it to activate a dialog here. So I'm going to do what they do. Let show dialog equal false. And I'll have a dialog. Let's copy and paste that in. Nope, not there. Just put it down here. And I'll need to import it. Cool, and then there'll be a button on click show dialog equals true. So I might want to make this into its own little function up here. And, you know, it's kind of a cop-out sometimes, but it seems to make sense. Button handler. So just because it's just one button, it's the same button. They're gonna do the same thing. Button handler. Pass in answer. Okay, so we're gonna change score by answer. So this is gonna be button handler answer. Okay, so it's going to change the score and then show dialog equals true. And actually it's going to set the dialog. Okay, so these both just, so these will probably increment. So I might need a function for that too. Function increment. Maybe this is better as an arrow function. This could be better as an arrow function too. Const increment questions index equals index plus plus. Okay. Const change score by equals. Just gonna change it to an arrow function, just so it's all on one line. I don't know, maybe that's not better. The function, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna leave it like that for now, but you know, you might want to just write a normal function. Okay, so increment questions indexed. Looks like I'm going to have to pass that as well. Increment questions index. Copy that. Maybe there's a good way to refactor this out at some point. Okay, so, and the reason I did that is because these buttons... Oh, look, so I said there's only one button, but there are more buttons, so I did... I kind of screwed myself over there. I mean, not really. I can change it. So this is going to be answer handler. I'll call it that. Answer. I'm going to call it answer button handler. I do like more verbose names. And this will be answer. No, it's going to be dialog button handler. Okay. And a dialog button handler, I mean, for now, I'm only going to have one button, which is just going to say, like, okay, got it. So it's just going to show some info, and then it's just going to say, okay. So on click dialog button handler. So I can just, since I'm not passing any arguments, I can just type it like that. On click dialog button handler. It says text. I don't know why it says text. Oh, it's probably just a different style, like that. Sure, text will be fine. Okay, and then it has like this. So maybe here it'll say what your answer means, or something. And then here will be, okay, so I'll have another that's getting a bit messy. So let me put the dialogue stuff down here. Say dialogue logic. So, okay, what am I trying to do? Yeah, here I want to have a variable. I'm just going to call it dialogue text. Let dialogue text equal nothing for now. Okay, and then the dialog button handler is going to increment questions index, and it's going to hide the dialog again. Okay. Okay, and then my answer button is going to update the score. It's going to show the dialogue. Yeah, I think that's all it needs to do, right? And the dialogue on click. Okay, okay, it needs to update the dialogue text also. That's what this needs to do. So it's going to change the score and then update the dialogue text. So answer.text. So dialogue text is going to equal answer.text. Oh, let me just go get my coffee real quick. Well, here, so you can skip past, but let me see if this is working first. Okay, I'm not sure if this should work or not. Oh wait, I do have some coffee here. I could just heat this up. I'll just heat this up in the microwave. Could have done that from the start. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's see what happens. Start quiz. Are you a beginner looking to get into web development? Yep. What your answer means? It means yep. Okay, no. So it needs to be the data. Okay, it needs to be modal. So answer dot modal, not answer dot text. Okay, and we only have one question right now, so let me add the second one just so we can see if it increments. What was my second question? Okay, let's try again. Oop. Okay, start quiz. Oh wait, no, it's refreshing. Okay, start quiz. Are you a beginner looking to get into web development? Yep. Okay, what your answer means. If you're a beginner, I would suggest blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay, so that does nothing. Well, maybe it does something, but it seems to be throwing an error. Okay, let me sit back down. Okay, increment questions index is not defined. increment questions index. Increment questions index. Okay, and then I pass it through increment questions index. Is this all the same thing? Oh, wait, what am I doing here? I gotta run the function. Okay. Okay, so hopefully that'll be working now. Okay, start quiz. Are you a beginner? Yep. If you're a beginner, I would suggest blah blah. Okay. Oh darn. Increment. Okay, it still says it's not. Oh, okay. So let me just make sure I am spelling this right. So this is the name of the function. Copy. Okay, so those are both the same. Paste. And increment. Looks like I spelled increment wrong. Okay, hopefully that works now. Let's see. Cool, but it looks like it did not change the question, which is what this was supposed to do. So this is running increment questions index. Okay, so I wonder questions. So this yeah. Okay, so do I need to make questions? No. Okay, so probably what I do is it doesn't know that I am updating this, I think. So I'm gonna have a, so this is a svelte thing, have a reactive, so current question, and I'm gonna put that below questions. Current question equals questions at questions index. Okay, so then I can just pass it this current question. So current question will know to update itself when questions index is updated, and then once it updates itself, the DOM or whatever svelte will know to re-render this, is what I'm hoping. Let's see. Okay, start quiz. Yep. Okay. Oh, darn. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to do some debugging. Questions index plus plus. So, okay, let's go back to this. Okay, function increment, blah blah blah. Okay, so just so it's not one line. Questions index. Are these the same? Yes. Okay. Console.log. Oh boy. Console.log questions index. We can see that it's running and that it gets incremented or whatever it is at the end of this. So it'll do that. Current question. Questions at questions index. I guess I could set it myself. I could say current question, like in this function, I could say current question equals blah 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 equals this. So I don't have to deal with this reactive stuff or anything. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. So let's say let current question equal questions at this, and then when this is run, it'll increment questions index and set current question to questions at questions index. Let me just try this first. Questions. Okay. Oh, my mom is investigating. Whoops, sorry, Mom. Didn't mean to have you in this. Oh boy, crap. Okay, well I can't have all that. Okay, I guess I'll have to figure out how to block that all out. No. Okay. Yes, thank you, Mom. Let me plug in my laptop too. Okay, so I just messed it up by misspelling that there. I hope I actually post this video since this is taking a while, as I knew it would, but question index not defined. Question index. Okay, I think it just didn't refresh or something. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. Nope. Okay. Okay, still not doing anything. Maybe there's probably something else that I'm not seeing. Increment questions. So this is running. Increment questions index. So is it running? Let's try that. Increment. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay, so it is a new question. It is being, so current question is updating. So for whatever reason, it's not passing it through. Huh. And I don't know why. So does it have to do with it being in an if statement? Question equals. So maybe it has to do with this here. No, not that. That doesn't matter, I don't think. But because like maybe question is getting updated, but it's not updating these guys here. Let me put question there. I think do I have to do that? I don't know. Okay, put question there so I can look at if question is updating. Maybe it's just when I destructure it. Oops. I'll just put question.text. Like, I'm wondering if by doing this, I'm somehow not getting these to update, even if question is updating. Okay. Okay, yeah, that seems to be the issue. Okay, so by destructuring it here, yeah, so maybe I just won't do that. Tried to use something new and fancy, and it ruined everything. So I'll just ignore that completely, and this will be question.answer1. So yeah, that didn't really help me anyway, destructuring it, because it's only here in 3 different places. Okay, and yeah, so should be good to go now. We will see. So take quiz. Yep. Cool. Okay, and then it says, are you a front-end developer looking to choose your first? Okay, cool. So, yeah, maybe I'll stop the, well, here, let's say it's a 2 question quiz. So I'll work on this more later. Maybe one thing I'll do is update the color to a deep orange. Okay. I'm not sure how that. I'll make the primary color deep orange. And that'll take a bit to update, I think. Change, rebuilding. So I'm going to change the color there. I am the top. So right now it's a smelt. Maybe I should change that to svelte. I don't know. Smelt material design. So I'm just going to do a few things here. Where does it say? Where's the title? Sepper.base. Where is that title? I can't remember. How do I find you? Sepper.head. Is that in layout? Title, yeah. I'll just call it Should You Learn Svelte? Okay, that's a cool little orange. Sure, I'll go with that. Okay. Let's see, any other thing I want to add for now? So I did want to have like a score. So yeah, let's have like a, I'll still add in a handler for the end. So once, okay, so question doesn't know if it's the last question, but here, don't need to do that anymore. Okay, so when this increments, it'll try to do this, and if it finds nothing, so if it's undefined, so if there's no current question, that means it's done. Okay, so what do we want to do when they finish? I don't know. We could have another. Yeah, we could have another if statement. I might. Probably what I'll do is rather than having this if else statements, I'll have like a dynamic component, and I will turn this into its own component, like the landing screen, and then the quiz part will be its component, and then I will have a component for the ending screen. And in the ending screen, it'll probably like pass in the score and just say, you know, yes, you should learn Svelte, hopefully, or not. So I guess I won't do that though, just so this video doesn't drag on and on and on. Or maybe I will. Sure, why not? Okay, so we don't need this quiz container. It's just a question. We will make this into a landing screen. That way I can just put that in a component and not have to. I can think of that on its own. So landing.svelte. Okay, and that's all it's going to be. Although, need to figure that out. Show quiz equals true. Okay. So actually, so we're not going to have the show quiz. We're going to have current question. It's getting kind of messy too, but current page is what I'll call it, equals so I have to actually give it the landing. So I need to import landing. Oops. Import landing from landing.svelte. And then here I'm going to put let pages equal question, or I'll say landing first. Landing, question, and then end screen. Let's be up there. So landing, question, and then I'll have import end screen from /components/ end screen.svelte. Okay, cool. And I'll add another end screen.svelte. Just say I am end screen. Cool, okay. So landing, okay, so these are pages, and then there'll be some kind of function, set page to page name. Okay. So current page is going to start out as landing. And then when you set it, it'll do pages at page name. So that way I'm getting the actual component and not just like a text screen. So I can pass in a text screen here and this string, text string, like landing, and then that will set the current page to landing or question or whatever. So what I need to do is, so I don't want these else if statements. Oh, one issue though is how do you, with a dynamic component, how do I know what to pass it? So I've got svelte component, this equals whatever current pages. But then I'll need to pass in the data. So I guess, I don't know if this is what to do, but I'm just gonna pass in everything. And if it doesn't need it, it won't need it. So, but landing, so I just pass everything in, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is how you do it. I think it'll work. So current page. Okay, so this, for example, set page to end screen. So I can give it a. I mean, yeah, I can. So in this case, I don't need this function. I wouldn't need this function because they're in the same component. So I could, since I have end screen in this component, like I could just set current page to end screen, right? But just to keep it consistent, if I'm using it in a different component, then I want to be able to pass a string because in that component it might not have, like here in the landing, I'm not importing any components, so I want to be able to just pass in a string. So set page. So I'm gonna pass in set page also. So landing will need that. So I'm gonna have to give it a script. Export let set page. So now it's going to set page to question. Okay, why is it giving me this? Button is not defined. Okay, and I also need to import button from component / button. Okay. Will that work? Let's see. My question, yeah, is also going to need to get set page. And then when there is, although I know it's not because that logic is happening here. So yeah, it's gonna set it to end screen. Okay, so I think that is okay. Am I passing the score in? So, okay, so I've got kind of this is for my landing, this is for my question, and this is for my end screen. So on the end screen, I am end screen, you got points. So just need to set that as a prop. Save. Okay, let's see if this okay. If you are looking for a new framework, or if you are looking for your first framework, I might suggest React or Vue instead. But I could be wrong. Maybe Svelte is meant to be your first framework. I mean, I think it's awesome. I think it's great. You might think it's great too. Nope. Great. Learn Svelte. Okay, so that's what they will be. Okay, let's try it out. Let's see if this works. Okay, should you learn Svelte? Yes. Take the quiz to find out. Oh, when did that happen? Why are they like that? I don't know. Maybe. Okay, start quiz. Are you a beginner looking to get into web development? Oh, maybe it's because I took it out of the quiz container and it's like a flex column. Into web development? Yes, I am. Oh, okay. Are you a front-end developer looking to choose your first framework to learn? No, I'm not. What your answer means. Great. So it should say learn Svelte. So here, and let me change these also. I sure am. And this will be nopety nope. So let's see if those change. And right here, let's see. So I'll just wrap it in a div for now, just to. I won't save that though. Okay, start quiz. Yep. Okay. Nope. Okay, so those didn't change either. So only the text there at the top changed. And again, I wonder, probably this is the culprit here. Answers equals these lists. So it doesn't realize that this has been changed. Okay, let me see if this will. Actually, I think this was like the weird behavior in my one video, is that it won't quite update the first time around. Let's see. Yep. Alright, cool. Should I learn Svelte? I am answering you guys. Cool, so I might take that out, make this better. Okay, but, that's like the basic function. There's still some, if you're doing this on your own, you can think of your own questions. Let me know if you have any ideas, or, yeah, if you disagree with any of the questions I had here, right here, I might change them. But then I'm going to make a video also. Hopefully I get some feedback and I can change the questions, and then I'll make a video about whether you should learn Svelte or not, just for anyone who's interested. And then I might put this up on a actually, yeah, maybe I'll do that. So just so you get the full experience from me making this from scratch to end. And it's still not done, but it's I'm not really trying to teach you like CSS or anything, so that's probably, and I'm not, so the rest of this would be putting in the questions, so like content stuff, and then changing the CSS. But like the logic is mostly finished and everything. Okay, and then I'll go to Netlify, and this is probably logged into my personal account. So how do I sign out of it without? Okay, well, if you're new, you'd either log in or get started for free. Okay, let's say I do email. I think it has to be a legitimate email actually, but you would put in your email. Let's see if this works. If it lets me log in. Oh, nope. Okay. So I can't do that. I guess you can just watch my Netlify video, but it's pretty simple. Just once you wait, maybe it'll let me. I want to log in. I mean, I guess it's fine if it logs into my. Oh, there I am. Okay, I signed out. My personal account. Maybe I can just blur that out too if I can figure out. Maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, so now I'll log in to the Svelte Master account. Email. Svelte Master. Okay. Also, if you're still watching, thank you for making it this far. And I hope this is still running. Again, it shouldn't take this long, but since I'm recording at the same time, oh, there we go. I wonder how long this video is by now. Okay, and then you're going to drag and drop your folder. Not this folder, but should you learn Svelte, go to, what did it tell you? Sapper build. I don't think it's that. No, it's not that. It should be your node. Wait, what is? I think static. No. Build. Yeah, it's not that. It should be a folder with index. Is that maybe that's the wrong command? I just did this like yesterday. Because I thought, yeah, there's usually like a public folder. Oh, I know what the issue is. I'm using Sapper. Right. I should have done this with a Svelte template. So, yeah. So here, when I began, I should have done it with this. Maybe I still can. But yeah, because with Sapper, then I'm going to need, it has like a server and everything, which I don't want. So I could, yeah, sure. Okay, so I could just come in and do that. Sure, why not? Okay, so I'm going to put it into learn. Should you learn Svelte? I'll do it like that. Okay. Nope. Yeah. Vim install. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is just take what I have here. So all I really changed was I guess I did change template. No, I didn't. I changed index.svelte and I added this components thing. So I think I can just copy. Let me open another Finder window. Okay. Okay, so I can copy components into source here. Oh. Put that in here. And then I'll also need, so rather than index.svelte, it'll be app.svelte. And the relation, so from here I needed to do /components. Here it would not be .. It would just be /components. Okay, so Let me copy, paste you in here. Then we'll open this project. See if I can get this to work. Oh, I did change Tailwind, the Tailwind file also, which I can do really quickly. No, I can't. Okay, that's the thing about the Svelte template, is that you have to go into node modules and find Smelte and change its own. So maybe a better way to do this. This is how I'm going to do it though. Save that. Okay. Is that going to be good enough? Let me just get the server sorted. And source here. So app.svelte. So I'm going to copy and paste this into app. And here, all of these guys can just be one dot. Okay. Cool, it seems like that's faster. Hopefully. Uh-oh. Spoke too soon. Right, okay, I think, yeah, and then I think I gotta do npm run build. Okay, so if I npm run build, and then I npm run dev, and the dev is fine, then my public build should be fine too, and I can just drag and drop my public folder up into Netlify. So we'll see. Waiting. Cool. Okay, npm run dev. Let's see how it looks. Oh, wonderful. Beautiful. App bar is not defined. Oh no. This is going to be a lot more work than I thought. So, wait, let me see. Let me just go back to how. Wait, no. Oops, this is the wrong. It's the wrong one. Yeah, here. Okay, let me just go back to this. From Smelte. Okay, so they're just being imported directly from Smelte. I'm not sure why it's different here, but it needs to be like this: app bar, comma, button from Smelte. Okay. And that'll probably go for these two. So this doesn't need anything. Landing just needs button. Not sure why we put spaces here, but that's what I've seen. I guess it looks nicer. And then button, comma, dialog from Smelte. Oops. There we go. Okay. So, will that work? Hopefully it will. So I saved it. Now what? Okay. Oh boy. Yes, it's a bit different. I guess I don't. Wait. So yeah, I've got this container here. But the container. Huh. Let me add some padding to it or something. Landing was created with unknown prop. Right, yeah, it's doing that. Okay. P, I don't know how high it gets. 64? I don't know. Let me look it up. Whoa, yep, it does. So there should be a 16 probably. Okay. Cool, I got 0 points. So I did one in favor, one. Okay, well, I guess it's not ideal, but it seems to be functioning now. So let me run the build again so that I can drag that on over to here. Just so you get the full making from scratch to deploying experience. Unfortunately, I started with the Sapper app instead of the Svelte app. So hopefully I'll put in the description that you should start with the, although then it might be harder to follow along, but hopefully not. Well, that's just how it is. Okay, so hopefully it will finish soon. It has. Okay, and now I can come here to public and drag that in. Did that work? No, I don't think so. Right there. Click there. Cool. So here I have it. I guess I didn't notice that it was so far over because I have DevTools open. Oh, that's the other one. Right here. Yeah. Oh wait, this is the. Oh. Okay, so I could center it or something. But anyway, that is, unfortunately it doesn't look beautiful. Ideally it would, but I'm more interested in just showing you how to get it working. But yeah, you could add Tailwind since Smelt comes with Tailwind. You could add your own Tailwind CSS styles to make this look better. If you do make something, send me a link. And please like and subscribe. Yeah, hopefully, I have no idea how long this video is. Hopefully it's not too long. Okay, anyway, goodbye.